So, with the startling crossover that is Green Lantern Planet of the Apes, yeah, I'm still trying to register that in my head. I decided to talk about some Planet of the Apes crossovers, since Boom Studios just apparently loves crossing it over. I decided to talk about some crossovers I'd love to see Boom Studios do with the Planet of the Apes franchise. Now, if you're probably wondering what Planet of the Apes version I'm talking about the original 70s films. Not to discredit the new films with Andy Serkis, those are amazing, but this is the title they have, and plus, I really dig the original 60s, 70s films as well, so, yeah. So for context, if you're wondering, yes, this is the era of the more 60s, 70s era Planet of the Apes I'm talking about for reference. Anyway, let's talk about some crossovers I'd love to see Planet of the Apes crossover with. First and foremost, Doctor Who. This makes so much sense. Doctor Who and Planet of the Apes. For fun, I think it would be cool if they didn't do one of the newer Doctors like Tennant, Smith, or Capaldi, or even, Eccleston. I think it would be cool if they took one of the classic Doctors and made it like, since this is the classic Planet of the Apes era, why not make it a classic Doctor Who story and use one of the original classic Doctors, one of the other eight if you count McGann in his film. But use one, because when you think about it, Planet of the Apes, it does sound like a Doctor Who story. A timeline where mankind was wiped out, and all that remains is a race of super intelligent apes, and mankind is reduced to animals? Yeah, that sounds like a Doctor Who story. If you're wondering which Doctor I'd love to see in this era, I'd pick Jon Pertwee, the third Doctor. Reason being is because this dude was an old badass, but he had this swagger and scientific mind to him. That really worked. So, if I could, I would obviously, if they did do this crossover with Boom Studios, did this with Titan Books, which is the current publisher of the comics, of the Doctor Who comics. It would probably be one of the newer Doctors, but I wouldn't put it past him to do that. I would say the third Doctor. But this would probably be, if it was done, it would be one of the more current. It would be one of the more new era Doctors, ranging from 9 to 12, Doctors 9 to 12. But if it were up to me, if I could write it, I would pick Jon Pertwee because the dude could fight. He had like this old man swagger to him. He was definitely a take charge kind of person, and I'd love to see him just kind of beat up apes. I'd love to see him just kick some ape ass, really. So I think that would be really cool. I think, I've always thought that, and you could really honestly say that it could work as the Doctor has been sent to an alternate timeline, and he's discovered that this world has been overrun by it's not only done being attacked by the apes, but also I would say for Doctor Who villains I would put in here, it would be the Suntarans. I don't know why, but I feel like I want to use the Suntarans. And plus they showed up in Pertwee's era. I mean, we had the Time Warrior. I would have Sarah Jane and Jon Pertwee's Doctor fighting gorillas and Suntarans. But then again, you kind of run the risk of the crossover of Star Trek Planet of the Apes, the Primate Directive, which you can see right here in this image. It kind of followed that with a warrior race and gorillas working together, so I might change. If I could, I would have changed. I might use like the Daleks or something, but I want to use a villain that we don't really see a lot. Maybe, since this is a timeline that the Doctor knows shouldn't exist, maybe I would use the Time Meddler, who you guys, a really classic villain, who was a renegade Time Lord who meddled with time, and he was also known as the Meddling Monk. He showed up way back in William Hartnell, the first Doctor's era. So now that I think about it, I think I might actually use, if I could, hypothetically speaking, I would use the Time Meddler as the villain. Anyway, so there you go, guys. I would, assuming, Boom Studios and Titan Books could come together, I would absolutely love to see, Doctor Who and Planet of the Apes crossover. So, there you go. There's my first one. Moving on now to another crossover I would absolutely love to see a Planet of the Apes crossover with is Predator. Yeah, Predator, it makes sense, and it's easy, too. Predator comes down to the Planet of the Apes world and starts hunting apes and humans. That's easy, because, the Predator has literally crossed over with just about almost everything. I mean, hell, they crossed over with Archie, so yeah, just have one predator come down, just land on Earth, and just be like, it's a nice place to hunt in. So yeah, you have the predator hunting apes. Yeah, just have one predator hunting these apes, and, humans, it's also hunting the humans. I don't know where I would put this, because the thing is with apparently with the Planet of the Apes crossovers is that they're trying to stay with the movies, stay close to the movies, because they're all so tight-knit. I don't know where I would put this. Maybe before, I would actually put this before the first Planet of the Apes movie, so you wouldn't really have Taylor. You would have, Zira, Cornelius, Zaius, and a lot of the other ape characters in here. So maybe put it a few months before the events of the first Planet of the Apes movie, possibly. But yeah, I think that would just be a lot of fun. And it's so simple too. The predator, you could put the predator anywhere, and it'd more than likely work. So yeah, I think Predator Planet of the Apes would really work. I mean, if you really wanted to go any further, maybe have Alien. I mean, you could say like maybe a downed Predator ship, and some apes, like Cornelius's excavation team, finds that they awaken the xenomorphs, and boom, there you go, another crossover right out the gate, right there. Yeah, maybe something like that. So, following that is, I would say for the next crossover, and you guys are going to laugh, Archie. Yeah, Archie on the Planet of the Apes. And you may be thinking, wait, Zilla, that's really fucking stupid. Why would you do that? Well, this is the same group that, this is the same Archie comics that currently crossed over with Punisher, Predator, and Sharknado, and even had the Meat Kiss and the Ramones. I think we can do a Planet of the Apes crossover and make it so goofy as shit. I would love it. Yeah, just have Archie, Jughead, Betty, and Veronica, like, they get sent to a distant future, and yeah, I'd love to have a scene of Archie going, "You bastards! You blew it all up! Oh, damn you! Damn you all to hell!" Oh, man. Or have Jughead do that, I don't know. So that would be my thing. Yeah, just something really fun with that. Archie on the Planet of the Apes. Admit it, you'd want to read that too. As insane as that would be. Anyway, so for other crossovers, I think would be a lot of fun on Planet of the Apes. The thing is that I'm trying to stick with comics in general, like comic book licenses, and maybe, and this is a little far-fetched, but maybe they can get in touch with IDW and do a Transformers crossover, and maybe have it that, the Autobots and Decepticons have been asleep through the big event that caused the uprising of the apes, then they get reawakened and the war starts all over again. Something like that, maybe. I would even say, yeah, I'm trying to think, like, maybe even they could cross over with, I'm trying to think of who else they could I'm trying to think, because I had another one in mind that would be a lot of fun to see it cross over with, but I'm losing my train of thought here. But yeah, Doctor Who and Predator, Archie for fun, but really the two I'd really like to see more are Predator and Doctor Who. Oh, here's the other one I now remember. King Kong. Yeah, Boom, and this is one that Boom Studios could do on their own, because Boom owns the rights to both Planet of the Apes and King Kong. They own the comic book rights to doing that. And they're currently doing the prelude to the Skull Island movie, and, they could do Kong in general. So I think it would be cool if they did King Kong and Planet of the Apes crossover, and here's how I would do it. I would have it that after the big cataclysm, Kong has been totally left out. He has been, he doesn't even know what's going on. The mankind's been gone, and now Kong is, or at least a Kong of some sort, has now been, brought, it's found its way via a land bridge to the Planet of the Apes, and the apes are just like, holy shit, it's some kind of god. or something like that. It would. That's kind of the loose idea, but I think it would be just fun to see Kong in the world of the Planet of the Apes, where I just want to see the apes' reaction to seeing a giant gorilla run around. That's what I kind of want to see the most, is, their reaction to Kong, and maybe Kong's reaction to them. That's kind of the loose story I got, but yeah. Anyway, so that's kind of the really major crossovers. Again, the three ones I really want to see are Kong, Doctor Who, and Predator. Alien as well. But yeah, the other one, Archie, that was just for fun. Because again, you could do literally anything with Archie these days, and it apparently works. So you guys tell me, what Planet of the Apes crossovers you'd love to see? What are some of the Planet of the Apes crossovers you'd love to see? Just comment below, let me know. Once again, I hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later.